Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Tuesday Night Rotor Talk Live, Season 2, Episode 5. How is everyone doing this evening? I am doing fantastic. We had a great day today here in Tampa. It got up to 79 degrees. I know I've heard a lot weather reports up north. It's been warm up there too, so that's kind of a nice thing. I'm kind of glad we've moved into February here. The weather's been just starting to get better, and I'm real hopeful for that. How's everybody doing tonight? Would somebody like to win this? Going once, going twice. Okay, guys. Got some landing gear for the DJI Mavic 2. We're going to have a giveaway here coming up in a couple of minutes. We'll get some people on board here. Hope everybody's doing well this evening. I'm having like I said, I've had a great day today. So absolutely, positively fantastic. Steve Carpenter, welcome. Lon, welcome. Rapid Liquid, Muck Reimer, David Maxwell, Ted 1010, Peter Carroll, Mitch, Old Guy in a Drone, Ron Radcliffe. Awesome. I'm glad everybody's doing well. Got a lot of great things to talk about tonight. First thing I want to talk about is need to catch me tomorrow night and us on Coast to Coast Drones, Drone Therapy, Bucket List Boys. We're going to be talking about FPVs tomorrow night, so you don't want to miss that. Ron, good evening. Thanks for joining tonight. You definitely don't want to miss that. We're going to have a great show. It's on 8:30 Eastern tomorrow night on Coast to Coast Drones. I posted links in BillTheDroneReviewer group and Facebook page, so definitely check that out. David Ma, welcome. Glad you're here tonight. Absolutely, positively glad you're here tonight. Had a very hectic day at work the past couple of days. We kind of make up for when we have what's called brownouts and blackouts at work. We're being in retail, there's certain periods of the year we can't introduce software, and the business is booming. Let me just put it to you that way. Okay. 8:30. Yeah, that's 8:30 Eastern, Rick. That's on Coast to Coast Drones, Bucket List Boys, Bill Thomas, Ron Brown, and myself. We have a absolute total blast. Absolute. Peter, welcome. Thanks for showing up tonight. Okay, so you guys ready to play a little bit of trivia? Okay. Rapid Liquid. I like that. You guys ready to play a little bit of trivia? Yes or no? Well, let me hear a yes here, okay? Because the winner of first person with the correct answer to this question will win this set of landing gear for the DJI Mavic 2 Pro or Zoom. So, okay, we're ready. Okay, we're ready. Wow. Okay, great. Thank you, Rick. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate that. Okay. All right. Here's the trivia question, okay? First person. The DJI Phantom 4 was released in which month and which year? I need the month and the year. I don't need a day. The month and the year. Drum roll, please. Don't see it yet. David Ma, the question was the Phantom 4, what month and year was it introduced? Still don't see that yet. Still don't see it. Hey, Stacy. Steve Carpenter knows, but he's not saying. And we have a winner, folks. Congratulations, Ethan Mitchell. Okay, Ethan got the answer right, and I've actually commented on Ethan's commented on some of my videos. I subscribe to his channel. You guys got to check out his channel. Ethan Mitchell has a great channel. Congratulations, Ethan. You won tonight this set of landing gear. If you can email me at BillTheDroneReviewer@gmail.com, with your address, I will get this out to you in the mail. So I did get drone shots. I did get the T-shirt out in the mail to drone shots. I had a name and an address. So Mike Roach, welcome. I don't know if I greeted you tonight or not. Thank you for showing up. Yellow Lab, thank you for showing up. That great answer, but maybe next time. Okay. Wow. I enjoy doing this. I hope you guys enjoy it as well. It's great, and I have a lot more things in the Bill the Drone Reviewer prize closet. So we may be doing this once a week. So I think that's a fantastic thing here. Got lots to talk about tonight. I'm sure you guys have probably seen my Waypoints videos, and I got a couple more coming out. I'm just having a blast with Waypoints right now. And I'm going to have a final summary. Yes, Steve Carpenter, thank you for putting that out. Jim Crennan is in the hospital. I believe he had surgery and had a post-op infection. I did see him commenting on some things today. So, Jim, if you're watching tonight, our thoughts and prayers are with you. Hope you're doing better. Hope your wife's doing well. We saw something about a CAT scan for her. So, again, you both are in our thoughts and prayers. And, guys, if you can, send $1 or $5 or whatever you can do to help out Jim. Jim's a great guy. He's a great supporter of many channels. And the least that we can do for him is show him our support by donating to his GoFundMe. So where's the Christmas tree? Alan, the Christmas tree is down, okay? I made a deal with the devil. No, I made a deal with my wife because our old Christmas tree, the lights burned out on it, and she really enjoys the lights. So we're able to keep that one up until January 31st. It came down last weekend. So, okay. Got some things I wanted to talk about. One of them was, it was fascinating. I read an article today, and I'm going to share excerpts from this article, and I'll post it out I'll post a link out in the description. And the article was actually it's called South China Morning Post, Big Tech. And the article was entitled "How DJI Went from University Dorm Project to World's Biggest Drone Company." It's very fascinating how it started. The owner or the founder of DJI, they actually literally they did start out in a dorm room. Frank Wang Tao, he's the man who started the company, and he was interested in helicopters as a young kid. And as he grew up, for getting good grades, parents got him one. It crashed, and he wanted to build a better one. And he wasn't able to get into MIT, but he got into a university in Hong Kong, and he tried for his thesis to build a helicopter in the flight control system, but unfortunately, it didn't work. So what he did was he started out with flight controllers out of his dorm room until 2006, and then he moved to Shenzhen with two classmates to establish DJI, and the rest is history. Now, it was very interesting here. They listed what their market share is right now, and they generated U.S. sales in the U.S. alone was $2.7 billion, and it jumped from 80% from the year before. It's a great article. I'm not going to go through all of it, but it's very interesting and fascinating about the background of the founder of DJI, and I thought you guys might like to spend some time looking at that and reading that. I know I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I think you guys would too. I mean, that's something that I think we'd all would enjoy. One of the other things that I wanted to talk about tonight was Ron Brown, welcome. Thanks for showing up. Zeno Nation is in the house. Thank you, Ron. Thank you for showing up tonight. And guys, tomorrow night I got a surprise on Coast to Coast Drones, but you have to watch to see what it is. Okay, I got a surprise. Okay, I'm not going to tell you what it is. Waypoints. I wanted to talk a little bit about Waypoints. Okay, now you've known that. Okay, I've done at least 4 different flights. That the 4th video's coming out later this week, and then I'm probably going to have another one after that, flight one, and then I'm going to have kind of like a synopsis of what I think about Waypoints. Cardasso, welcome. Thank you. Didn't see you. You're very welcome, Ron. So waypoints, and I wanted to just kind of touch on some things that I thought were very interesting. The first thing, my theory was right about precision landing. Where I had my landing mat, it was between the hot tub and our tree. And as you know, what happens is precision landing is based upon a picture that the Mavic 2 Pro or Zoom takes from underneath during takeoff, okay, of where the landing mat is, where it took off from. And I believe it was probably partially obscured by the trees up above. And I believe also too, as far as, where it would land, I think it sensed that there wasn't going to be enough room there. So that's when I had to take over manually. So what I did was I moved the landing pad from between the tree and the hot tub, and I moved it way out in front of the hot tub, at least 2 feet. And I did another test before I did the ones before I filmed them. Every one was spot on, and all I did was slide it to take off. It did the waypoints and it came back down. I thought that was absolutely fantastic. And, and I'm learning as I go. I'm learning some things. Okay. I set the video that's coming out on, good evening, Mike. Thanks for showing up tonight. The video I have coming out, I actually set some of the waypoints to take a picture there because you can do that. That's individually. And I wondered at first, why isn't it working? I hit the button to record video as soon as I took off. So that's why that didn't record. So the other thing is, you probably noticed it's like at 164 feet. And, somebody asked me, 164 feet, why? That's 50 meters. All right. I found that out. One of my viewers, subscribers commented on that. So I thought that was very interesting. And, this will be a great test. The next one that I have coming out, and I think it's going to be coming out tomorrow. I'm not sure exactly when, but, or maybe Thursday, not sure on that. But, I did a combination of things as far as, points of interest. I varied the altitude. You guys will see it. It's fantastic. I think it performed admirably well. And like I said, I'm going to have some final thoughts, a summarization of things regarding that as well. So, stay tuned for that. Again, and I'll give you just a little preview. It's not lychee, okay? But for what you got, okay, number one, it's at the right price. It's free, okay? And and think about this. We've been asking for it for a long time. It finally ended up showing up. Bill Thomas is in the house. All right, Bill. I'm excited about tomorrow night. I can't contain myself. I'm absolutely, positively thrilled for tomorrow night. Oh, wow, Cole Somerville, that's great. Oh, that's good, Ron. That's fantastic. Yeah, like I said, I heard the weather was decent up north, and on Saturday when I went out, it was 75. And I think I shared with Bill and Ron, I was outside a ton on Saturday, and then came inside, did the Saturday chores, doing things and everything. I forgot to drink enough water. Now, normally in the summertime, I do drink enough water, but it's winter. I'm not thinking, and I got dehydrated. And that's one of the things down here in Florida that's different. It can sneak up on you. It snuck up on me. My joints were really hurting me, and then next thing I know, I was real dry. And then I figured out, then I had to lay down. And I was out. I was out for, I slept well over 10 hours, and I normally never do that. Woke up sore on Sunday morning, and was very slow going for me all day Sunday. I kind of took it easy. So yeah. So that's my story about that. But yeah, I'm enjoying Waypoints. I'm having a absolute total blast with that. One of the things I wanted to touch upon tonight was, we had those incidents regarding the flyovers or the drone sightings. I know Ron talked about the one over in Newark, and then of course, we're all familiar with the one in Gatwick. And what was real interesting today was, and I'm trying to remember the gentleman's name. He works for DJI, and he put out a great response, and it was kind of like as far as DJI's response to all of this, and I thought it was fantastic. You know, it really said a lot about, and I saved it, and I'm going to bring up the screenshot here. Oh, okay. I thought I had saved it. Okay, I didn't. But anyway, it was from the gentleman is with DJI's legal department, and the name escapes me who it was. But you know, he basically said that DJI's ready to help to respond to these you know, allegations of regarding this. And he also said people having a tendency to jump to conclusions with this, and I agree. I mean, it's a lot like Cole, I'll answer your question here in a minute. It's a lot like during the 1960s. I grew up during the 60s. You know, we had UFOs. Every time there was a bright light in the sky that wasn't a helicopter or a plane, everybody thought it was a UFO. You know, and the Air Force would scramble jets, and they said it was just probably a searchlight or something or other. You know, that kind of a thing. So I got to give kudos to DJI for doing this. And the guy from DJI, and his name escapes me at the moment, went out and he actually made a good comment regarding about that. So Blue Eye Visuals, do you know if we could say waypoints for hyperlapse, like to offer this for construction projects flying the same waypoints shown in you know, that's a good question, Blue Eye. I don't know that. Does anybody know if waypoints for the hyperlapse can be saved? You know, that's one thing I'm not familiar with, Blue Eye Visuals. So, I mean, I've flown hyperlapse a bunch of times. So, you know, I don't know. Cole, to answer your question, you know, as far as the Phantoms 5 is concerned, I've heard nothing. Everything, it's kind of been silent. Although it was very interesting, if you saw our friend Asitalev, he put out a tweet the other day that said a cross between a Mavic 2 and an Inspire 2. Okay, and a lot of people are just, you know, conjecturing and speculating. I mean, you know, a lot of times he says things because he wants to get some attention. So what can I say? I don't know. I don't know about that. But I haven't heard anything else. And as soon as I do, I will let you know. All my sources are kind of quiet right now. I'm not hearing a lot of things. That was the first thing I've heard in a long time. Absolutely, in a long time. So I don't know. Yeah, you're right, Ethan. I agree with that. You know, yeah, if there's no footage of a drone, there's no drone. I mean, you know, and again, you know, I encourage you guys, if you guys are out on Twitter, you know, I try to find good news stories about drones and retweet them and use the hashtag drones for good. And, you know, especially, you know, and even regarding the Mavic 2 Enterprise series of drones, you know, those are drones for good. And you know what, I think they put out a statistic last year that at least 65 people got saved directly from the use of a drone. I mean, one human life is valuable. 65 is incredible. And, you know, that made a difference in the lives of 65 people, getting their lives saved. So absolutely, positively, 100%. So, oh, Floyd, thanks for showing up tonight. Glad you're here. I just saw that you joined the chat. Yeah. So, you know, I'm really happy that, you know, people see, you know, the term fake news is kind of overused, but I'm having a tendency to think that, you know, that something like that is really kind of considered fake news, and it's trying to stir stuff up where there isn't stuff to stir up and making trouble for us. You know, it has no business. It has absolutely, positively no business regarding that. So I don't know. I absolutely don't know. So, okay. Oh, I got to get back to my screen here. I don't know what I'm doing here, guys. Okay. All right. Wow. Okay. It's only Tuesday, and I'm kind of scatterbrained here. I wanted to give you guys an update on the studio. Making excellent progress in there. Probably within a week or two, we're going to be in there broadcasting. I don't see it taking any longer than a week or two. Found out something real interesting, and I didn't know this. It's been probably since 1999, 2000, since the last time I had a desktop. Well, you guys probably know I bought a new desktop for the studio in there. And I upgraded the hard drive. It had a 1 terabyte 7200 to 6 terabyte 7200 RPM. Obviously, because I'm going to be doing a lot of videos on there. So one of the things, it does have a high 8 gigabyte graphics card on it, NVIDIA. And I was looking at it, and it only had one HDMI port, and I'm just like, one? I'm going to need more than one because I got the TV and I have a nice 25-inch monitor. So how am I going to hook this up? Well, those are different ports in there, and I forget what the exact cable's called. I went out to Best Buy, got it, and took it back. It was like $39. I ended up getting 2 of these cables off of Amazon, highly rated. They're 4K cables for $20. And those are going to get hooked up shortly. Got some shelving going up, more arranging in there, and we're almost set to go in there. So we're going to be broadcasting from in there very, very, very shortly. So I'm real happy about that. So, that's a good thing. I think you guys will enjoy it. It's going to look natural. I'm not using a green screen. I know a lot of guys use the green screen. Thinking I'm going to go probably with vMix for my software. OBS is nice, but because I've heard a lot of pros and cons about it. One of the cons, I heard it can be glitchy, and if there are problems, because it's open source and it's really basically free, it's difficult to get assistance for something like that. So cross our fingers on that. Well, but for right now, I'm thinking I'm going to be going with vMix, and you're going to see a whole new look to the show. I can't say when. I'd like to say March, but it's probably going to realistically be more like April because, I have a lot of things going on. And one of the things that was going on, and I wanted to ask you guys a question tonight, and I want to see how many of you have taken your recurrent exam for your Part 107. I'm interested to find out. Yeah, Ethan, it has been a bit glitchy too. So that's why I'm going to probably be doing vMix. So how many of you have taken your recurrent exam for your Part 107? Real interesting to find out. You need upstream if you want to use OB. Okay, Bill. Okay, that's a good thing. Okay, Bill. Thanks for letting us know. That's fantastic. That is absolutely fantastic. So how many of you guys have taken your current exam yet? Yeah, vMix is expensive, Bill. You are right. It is. But I want to try to get something that's stable. Thank you for that tip on the upstream. I think you probably told me that before. I just got so much going on right now. I am. Oh, Lloyd, that's great. That's absolutely great. I want something that works. I don't want to have to spend a lot of time. I know there's a lot of setup time no matter what you do, whether it's OBS, vMix, whatever you choose. There is a lot of setup involved, but once you get it set up, I'm going to set up and forget it. And one of my friends from California, and Dave is his name, and I think I'm going to try to have him on when I'm able to, and I'm going to be having guests on, which is fantastic. I may be able to still use Google Hangouts for a while until I get things set up. So we're definitely going to have some guests on, and I want to have Dave on. Dave's fantastic. He worked for a major television network, sports coverage, and he has a helicopter license. He has his own company. He does aerial photography. We've had some Skype sessions. Fantastic. And I know, Dave, I know you're probably watching. So yeah, and I do want to have you on. Dave's fantastic. He has been a tremendous asset to me and has given me a lot of very sound advice regarding options as far as production, video, that type of thing. So I'll be real excited to have him on. but that's, you know, I'm trying to weigh all my options as far as live streaming is concerned. So that's Jim Wallace. Welcome. Glad you showed up tonight. That's great. Thomas, I'm glad you're here. I just saw that. Required to get my license here in Ireland. One company cost €850. One close to $1,000. That's crazy. That you're right. That is absolutely crazy money. Wow, wow, wow. Well, I'm going to be taking I'm going to start studying for my recurrent exam because my license expires right around the end of the month here. And I'm going to be using Remote Pilot 101. Their option to study for the recurrent exam is $68. And it's an absolutely totally right price. So I'm absolutely positively looking forward to studying that and getting that done and getting that out of the way. So I think that's absolutely fantastic. I want to get that done. And my friend Dave, and I know Dave shared some opinions regarding the Part 107, being that, you know, he's a private pilot, helicopter pilot, and, you know, has this, you know, commercial license, and he has some great thoughts regarding that. So you guys will absolutely love Dave. He is extremely knowledgeable, you know, from a photography, videography standpoint, and absolutely great source. I'm looking forward to having him on. Question for everyone in the chat: does anyone ever get something from the DJI store in Virginia? It says DJI, and it's also called General Aerial Robotics, aka Garless. Just wondering. A lot of times, Cole, and I've seen this. They may call them different names. You know, you'll see the lettering DBA, doing business as. So that may be part of the reason for that. I don't know. I'm not sure. Oh, okay, Lloyd. You have the cheaper version, and Mel has the full 4K version. Okay, that's good. Good. Yeah, that's going to be that's going to be a project. That's going to take a few weekends to get all the kinks ironed out of that, for sure. Positively, you know, I'm just doing that. So yeah. What else? Oh, I had the other article that I was going to talk about was Ron Brown had talked about this last week on BucketList Boys, was the drone presence at the Super Bowl, and how they were patrolling the area around there, and evidently they caught a number of rogue people around there. And from what I understand from what the article said, there was up to a $20,000 fine if you got caught flying a drone in that area around where the Super Bowl was played. So that was, you know, if you got caught, wow, you're going to be parting with some serious money. $20,000 is a lot of money, guys. I don't know about that. Wow. Thanks, Jim. I appreciate that. So, so that's kind of where things are right now. Like I said, I got another video coming out, or I actually have at least 2 more videos coming out on Waypoints 2.0. We're gonna take a look at that. Got some other things coming up that I think you guys will be interested in that are in the works. It's been so great. I'm enjoying being able to get out and fly. Last week, this past weekend was fantastic. Weekend before, not so much, but it was still doable. It wasn't raining, so, you know. And then it ends up Sunday, for some reason, you know, it gets drizzly and foggy and rainy. So Saturday's been the go-to day for getting out and flying, which, like I said, it's been absolutely fantastic. So, you know, I'm interested to find out, you know, what you guys, you know, if you can drop me a note in the comment section, or comment right now in the chat what you're using to study, either for your Part 107 or for your recurrent Part 107. I'm real interested to find out, because I know there's a lot of options available. I'm not going to pursue the first option, the option that I used originally. They had used probably one of the original tests as their practice exam. And when I took it in February of February 2017, you know, it was already dated. It was from the first exam, and a lot of those questions weren't on the exam, and it really threw me a curveball. So, you know, that's why Remote Pilot 101 has come highly recommended. I recommend it. I've never taken it, but I've recommended it, and that's something I'm really looking forward to it. You know, they have a fantastic program there. Everybody, yes, Floyd, thank you. And thank you, Ron. Yeah, everybody has said remarkable things about that. So that's one of the things that I'm going to be doing. So do you have Mavic Air? No, I don't. You know, that's a great question, Mihihi, of you. You know, regarding the Mavic Air, I think, you know, they may be trying to tune the Mavic Air up. I think that's probably why you might not have heard a whole lot about it right now. You may see like a Mavic Air Pro version come out with quieter props, new ESCs, maybe tweaking the runtime a little bit. You know, maybe changing a few settings here and there. A lot like, you know, going from the Mavic Pro to the Mavic Pro Platinum kind of a thing. I'd be on the lookout for something like that. I think that probably will come out because, you know, again, it's still a very popular drone, as is the Spark. And, you know, I think DJI will do itself well to kind of, you know, upgrade it just a tad. They don't need a lot for the Mavic Air. You know, those new quieter ESCs, quieter props, and getting that out there. I think that would be fantastic. And Bill Thomas is talking about the Spark Pro. And look back, I think a couple of weeks ago, we talked about that on Bucket List Boys. So you know, he's real up on that, and I agree with Bill. I think that will definitely be coming. It's a price leader for DJI. It does so well with sales, and it's not going away. I can guarantee you that. You'll probably see a Spark Pro version. You may see a couple of them out there. They're probably still going to use Wi-Fi for the simple point of being able to keep the cost down. That's one thing I highly agree with Bill. They want to keep the cost down on those. I mean, you can get one right now for $399, a DJI drone, brand new. That's just absolutely positively fantastic. I think that's great. So, oh, that's good to know, Bill. That is definitely good to know. Oh, good thing, Ethan. You use Tony Northrup. Read through the FAA study guide. Okay. Absolutely great. That is absolutely great. So we're kind of wrapping things up here. We're coming to the close of the hour. This Sunday, February 10th, Sunday afternoon, Rotor Talk Live. I might be in the new room by then. I'm crossing fingers. It could happen. So you guys want to tune in. We'll be on Sunday afternoon, February 10th at 2 p.m. Eastern time. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be the premiere episode this year. I'm sorry that I didn't get to it in January. January was a crazy month at work and everything. And I'm hoping my work's going to slow down because it's been off the charts. It really has. You know, we're going to be talking about a lot of great things Sunday. So you want to tune in and don't miss the show. You know, we'll do more giveaways like this. I'm enjoying this because I still got a lot of stuff to give away like this. So you guys, it'll be fantastic for you guys, especially, you know, if you have a Mavic 2 Pro or Zoom, fantastic for them. The PGY Tech makes great accessories. So this is something that's very good. I think you guys will really enjoy that. So, you know, make sure you tune in Sunday at 2 o'clock Eastern time for that. Also tomorrow night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, tune in to Coast Drones, Bucket List Boys, Bill Thomas, Ron Brown, Mr. Zeno Nation himself, and yours truly. We're going to be talking about all things FPV. If you want to have a fantastic FPV conversation and discussion, join us tomorrow night. And next week, we might have a very special guest. Somebody who you would know instantly, and I won't tell you his name, but he's easily recognizable and one of my very favorite drone people in the community. So with that, thank you guys so much for joining tonight. Please make sure you hit the like button on the way out. That helps me out tremendously. You guys are fantastic with your conversation, your chat, your comments. I appreciate each and every one of you. We're growing like crazy. We're knocking on the door for 6,000 coming up subscribers. It's just blowing me away. It's a little over a year and a half time. Got 6,000 subscribers. Thank you all so much. I'm enjoying what I'm doing. I absolutely, positively love it. Thank you for your great, encouraging comments. Really appreciate them. Hope you all have a rest of your great day. We're looking forward to tomorrow night with Bucket List Boys, Ron and Bill and myself. It'll be fantastic. And we're going to have a great discussion next week on Bucket List Boys. We are on a weekly basis now on Wednesdays at 8:30. So want to wish everybody a good night. And remember, it's a great day to fly. See you guys on Sunday or tomorrow night at 8:30 on Bucket List Boys, and Sunday at 2 o'clock Eastern Time on Sunday afternoon Rotor Talk Live. Take care, everybody.